All right, folks, in Savannah, Georgia, a black alderwoman accuses a white city council alderman of calling her a ghetto black bitch on video. There was an altercation that took place after a recent city council meeting, and it was captured by body cam footage from a police officer. Watch this.
She treats employees like shit all the time. All we had to, she's gone.
Okay, so here's what I can do. If you're asking me to go
that's what I thought.
The moisture of my yard, fine.
I guess that makes you work too, because he's polite.
But I'm telling you,
Yeah. Ask him.
If I could sell that house.
Ask him. Ask him. Did you get that on your body cam, him calling you a ghetto bitch? Did you get that?
It's called
Yeah. He called me a ghetto bitch.
without me signing.
Yes. One of y'all got it on your body cam, so I'm sure you do.
Because she eroded it with all the storm. If I could have sold my house, I would have done it.
what we looked at on the woman is putting in perspective.
Billy, you know what? You are just really. I feel sorry for you. It's a real disappointment, and I hate that things have resulted to what they are. I really do.
Now, Alderman Kurtis Purtee isn't heard on the police body cam calling the alderwoman names, but he admitted to calling her that in a phone interview. Now, prior to what took place outside the chamber, things got a little testy on the inside. Watch.
Aye. Opposed. Motion passes. Is there a motion regarding this license?
Yes.
Mayor Johnson, I move that we approve.
Second.
And properly moved and second that we approve this license. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed.
Nay.
Can we go to the board?
We sure
Yes.
can.
And
No.
I need
Ma'am.
to introduce that into the record.
No. The hearing has been closed, ma'am. All right. All in favor by approving this license indicate by saying yay.
I'm trying to,
Wow. That's sad.
talk about racial equity.
Motion
Not at all.
fails.
There's your racial equity, city manager.
What does
Thank
race
you.
have anything to do with it?
A whole lot.
I don't see it.
Well, you wouldn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. Ladies and
Why is
gentlemen.
that?
Why?
Ladies
You
and
tell me
gentlemen.
why.
Ladies
Asking
and
you.
gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Shut up, Keisha.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Move for a 5-minute recess, please.
No, ma'am. No, sir. We're going to move on. We're going to move forward. All right. We will now move to.
So you just told me to shut up, Purdy?
No, we.
Mr. Mayor, if she could address the comment to you, not to me.
Mayor Johnson, I
Yes.
want to know if Mr. Purdy, did you just tell me to shut up?
I'm not going to.
All right, joining us right now is Savannah, Georgia Alderwoman Keisha Gibson-Carter. So what is going on here? Has this been a contentious battle between y'all for months, years? What's going on?
I'm in a contentious battle for the citizens of Savannah. With regard to the interpersonal relations or the lack thereof, I really try not to focus too terribly much on that. Nonetheless, to make this really short and sweet, there's a rule of our council that essentially ices out the minorities on council. And by minority, I mean those who are in the minority vote by number. Myself, Alderwoman Bryant Lanier, and Miller Blakely are three alderpersons who essentially are the most vocal, the most progressive and aggressive alderpersons, and the most accessible to the citizens of Savannah. But because we have a rule of council that says we cannot put forth an item for consideration as legislation for consideration unless we have a majority vote. So no place else in the whole United States of America does a sitting alderperson, notwithstanding that I am the #2 vote getter on council. I actually got more votes than the mayor. I represent all of Savannah in an at-large post, and I cannot present an item to be considered. So fast forward 2.5 years later, you can imagine that that's caused a lot of frustration. Nonetheless, we have figured a way to backdoor our way into getting what the citizens need, and that is helping them understand the importance of mobilization, forming a collective voice, and citizen engagement. And as a result of that, we are able to, in tandem, match that with our force on council and in the community and get the attention of the people and put others on council who would be interested in supporting these efforts that ultimately support our community when it comes to crime, poverty, homelessness, and forced displacement. So we face pushback. And that pushback comes in the form of political hits that's often carried out by mainstream media here in Savannah, both print and television, as well as public assassination of our character, sullying our reputation, if you will. You see, Kurtis Purtee has told me to shut up, and he has called me a ghetto bitch, a black ghetto bitch, that is. And so there is nothing, if you were to Google him, that comes up. But when you Google Keisha Gibson-Carter, the media has done a pretty good job highlighting and sensationalizing minutia on council. This Kurtis Purtee, this individual, has filed a bogus ethics complaint. I was shepherded through a process where I was humiliated, and we waste thousands of dollars of taxpayer money. We waste precious staff time only to have Kurtis Purtee come to me a week later and apologize and say he was encouraged to file the ethics complaint and he subsequently apologized. Well, we continued. We stayed on the wall. We did not give up. We continued to advocate for the citizens of Savannah, only to now find myself in a firestorm where I'm accused of calling, just by the sheer fact that I said the word racist or told a colleague that his behavior and rhetoric was racist on council, I was voted out of council chair. And physically, the mayor moved my seat physically. And so, you know, these are things that people said that I said. Nothing was captured with regard to the ethics complaint where it was stated that I cursed people out and I hit somebody with my pocketbook. It's the most ridiculous accounts of behavior that can be matched with public government. Nonetheless, we rose above it, and we are still in position doing what we do every day, doing what I've done for this city now for nearly 30 years, and that is advocating for her, inspiring her, and protecting the citizens of Savannah from my place of this elected office. And so now we continue to be concerned because, you know, this is dangerous political warfare. I knew what I was signing up for. I'm signing up to run for the top job of the city of Savannah. I will be the 68th mayor of Savannah. And if I intend to occupy that post, surely I have to be able to take somebody calling me a ghetto bitch. And I have to be able to accept that someone would say, shut up to me, notwithstanding it's a live city council meeting. But what I'm here to do is what others who are watching cannot do for themselves. There are women in this country. There are girls in this country whose bodies are under threat, and our voices daily are under threat and attack. And I cannot sit idly by, despite the fact that these egregious acts happened some months ago, about 4 weeks for one and about 2 weeks for the other, and I tried to ignore it. But this individual, Kurtis Purtee, posted on Facebook and bragged about what he did. But more dangerous than him bragging about what he did, Kurtis Purtee is a sworn police officer charged with protecting the citizens of the community where he works. He's a university professor at Georgia Southern University here in Savannah at the Armstrong campus. Kurtis Purtee is supposed to mitigate and de-escalate situations. This individual came out of his way. I left the city council meeting about 8 to 10 minutes early to go out and meet with my citizen and to help mitigate the situation that she was in with our assistant city manager, Heath Lloyd, only to have Kurtis Purtee come out of chambers. And as opposed to taking the northern exit, he came in the southern direction where I was, where the assistant city manager and where the citizen was. She right away stated that she did not want to speak with him, and I turned to him and said, she doesn't want to speak to you. I have it. You've ignored her. Go on. So first and foremost, he never should have entered my space. He never should have entered my space. And secondly,
okay. So here's what I'm confused by. Okay, where's the mayor? Where's the city council when it comes to don't y'all have some sort of rules with conduct when it comes to how council members talk to each other?
Yes, we do. And
so what happened?
Nothing. He has not been reprimanded. He has not been censured. The mayor has not acknowledged one word about his behavior. He's not expressed any concern. In fact, he announced on his show, on his live Facebook show, that he supported Kurtis Purtee. And that here again is another reason why I'm speaking up and speaking out, because as I stated,
This $60 bathroom.
So this is, so it's just strange to me. Again, like I say, I've seen other city councils where they've done some stuff, but this is quite strange to me here. So, okay, so you don't have any admonishment from the council, from the mayor. What are your fellow members of city council saying? Are they just ignoring this?
Well, Alderwoman Miller Blakely, my post 2 colleague, and Alderwoman Bryant Lanier, the representative for District 1, have been very, very supportive and have encouraged me to push for an internal affairs investigation, because as you see, most of the body cam footage is of me, and you hear me, but you don't hear Kurtis Purtee when the police officer was standing right next to him. Now, you should know that the police officer is a paid sergeant who basically provides personal security, fetches the mayor's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and drives him around in a city-issued vehicle while also getting a stipend. So this individual has allegiance to the mayor and was motivated to not capture what Kurtis Purtee stated to me, but was motivated to capture what I said. And this was the second time, he used the body cam footage. They turn this footage over to the media often, and once it's on the media desk, they sprinkle their magic on it, and it turns into something totally different from what the intended purpose was or what the scenario in fact was. And so then I'm often tasked with damage control and trying to paint a different picture for the public, which I essentially have decided that no longer am I interested in chasing down and making things right. But what I will do is continue to speak up, speak out, and advocate for those who are most vulnerable among us. As I continue to advocate for lowering taxes, I continue to advocate for integral behavior and actions within our local government, as well as how we are treating our city staff and ensuring that we have adequate services. And so you asked the question, what are the council's rules? Do you exercise these rules? Yes, the rules and the punishment, if you will, it's been used on me. And it's been used on me for things that no one heard, that was not captured on a body cam. It's been used on me for things that people just made up and said. But you have a guy who actually was captured in a live city council meeting saying God.
He did make a post. I want to read this here. This is what he actually posted on Facebook. He said, "Did I tell the Alderwoman at large to shut up? Of course I did. I did not apologize for saying it. I'm sick and tired of the nastiest and lies that come out of her mouth. She thinks it's okay to make homophobic remarks and call people names, especially during a meeting. I'm offended, and so are the citizens of Savannah. You can't act like you care about LGBTQ people or other groups and make the remarks that you do. If anybody needs to apologize, it's her. I will always have and always will stand up for those who have been oppressed or bullied. It's time to get back to work. God bless." Final comment, your reaction.
You know, the piece I find problematic about that is, one, as I stated, he was bold enough to do what he did. Two, he was not smart enough to post that on social media as a police officer. And number three, you're lying. Not only did you commit the act, but you're lying about why you committed the act. And when I said this is dangerous political warfare, Kurtis Purtee knows that I have the heart and spirit of this community in the palm of my hands. And he knows that I personally have dedicated my work through the Rape Crisis Center, as well as just a person, a citizen of Savannah, to assisting individuals in the LBGTQ plus community here in Savannah and outside of Savannah, and my family even. And so what I won't do, because what I don't like for people to do is to tell me how many Black friends they have to say that they're not racist, right? We're not going to do that. But what we will do is we will continue to let my work, my life's work, and my current work speak for me. And so the fact that he lied about why he told me to shut up, because nothing was captured. It was nothing remotely close to where a homophobic remark would have fit or matched. And he said the same thing. And he says that I said these homophobic remarks because he's married to a man. And he says that I called him a pedophile, and that's why he called me a ghetto bitch. Well, the last time I checked, gay people are not pedophiles. And so that doesn't match. It doesn't make sense. He's reaching, he's grabbing, and he's digging a deeper hole for himself. He was honest enough to say he said it. Well, just say you said it, because that's what's in your heart and in your spirit.
Got it.
And the definition of me bullying, the definition of a bully is a person where there is imbalance of power. It's where behavior happens frequently and continually. I see this person twice a month at the city council meetings. We don't say anything to each other unless he's challenging me on council, that is. And he carries a badge and a gun. How can I bully you, right? And so this is the same council. The irony that you should know, Mr. Martin, is that the mayor is African-American, and this is a majority African-American council. 7 out of 9 of us are African-American. This is the same council who voted to desecrate the weeping time, the property where the largest sale of enslaved people, African people, happened right here in Savannah, Georgia. This is the same council, a super African-American majority council, who won't vote to change the name of Calhoun Square to Susie B. King Taylor Square. This is the same council who allows for us to go about, and this piece where he told me to shut up, this came about because I was reminding our city manager that we are focused on inclusion and equity. And we were denying yet another African-American establishment a liquor license, where we have 600 establishments here in Savannah, and fewer than 15 of them barely are owned by African-American people.
All right, then. Well, look, sounds like there's still lots of drama there in Savannah, so certainly keep us updated on what happens there. We really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
We thank you for your interest.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Oh, no punches! I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay Black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now. We have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?